first question, the most important question. Looks like, okay. All right, good stuff. Thank you for that. Okay, wow. Whew. What a day. I mean, it's been a great day for Bitcoin. And we're going to have a look at that, look at how we're going to look, how I'm looking to position myself, what I'm waiting for. And we'll do a full perpetual scan together. And why do I use perpetual? It's because it's got margin. You know, it requires me to get a larger position whilst managing my risk. You always got to manage your risk with margin, but it's such a great way to make more with less. And in any business, that's what we want to do, right? Trading is no different. It is a business, and that's what we're going to look to do. And that's why I do scan and perpetual list, as I do like to trade them. The other thing that I wanted to just say is for anybody who hasn't already registered, this right here is a 4-part series where I'm teaching you one of my trading strategies, the crypto cradle, with the full checklists, and that will be Monday evening, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, I think it's called. And yeah, part 3 is getting into the actual rules. Now, if you haven't registered, make sure you do. I'll put the link into the, let's see if I can do this, into here, send to all. I think you should all have that. I'll also put it into the chat there. So anyone who's not registered for that, although I think you are just by the fact that you're on this webinar, just in case you want to share the link. Something else as well is that once you've done the registration, it will take you to this page. This is the page where you can see the recordings. All right, now I'll post this one for you as well. And the reason I'll post that for you is because you can go back and watch those there and see exactly, or you can scrub up on certain chapters there if you need to. Finally, before I get into the scan, the TraderCobb website, my business, we have got a whole bunch of stuff there. We've just relaunched. I'm very proud of the work that we've done there. So if you want to go and have a look, please do. There's a free course there as well. And if you want to get the rest of the strategies, then they're also available. Okay, so Bitcoin, let's go straight away and look at this daily, because that's a thing of beauty, right? We love it. Look at that. I mean, you hear me talk about optimal chart structure. You know, you've seen me teach or show about the cradle zone. We've looked at moving averages. We've looked at convergence and divergence. We've looked at support and resistance. We've covered all the ingredients now. And next week on Monday, we're going to hit the strategy where you'll get the checklist. Now, here's the most important part. We're going to start to bring this together so that you start to learn how to use it yourself. All right, you can see through here around that 12th, it's actually a little bit higher, sort of 12.1-ish. We've broken up through all resistance, and this is the day that I wanted to see for Bitcoin. I hope it holds, and it'd be nice to see it move further. But we've pushed on. Look at this, pulled back in, little bullish candle right there in that cradle zone. This is the sort of thing we're looking for this. And I know a lot of my clients are in that and very, very happy indeed. So let's now, I can't really go full screen because I can't see the time frames. So let's go down and have a look at this 8-hour. And you can see once again, we do have a bit of cyclicity here, but it's the lower time frames I'm focused on at the moment. Now, if you were Johnny on the spot this morning, all right. Oh, sorry, was it this morning or last night? Anyway, here, there was a little pullback here, and this is the exact strategy I'm teaching on this particular course, all right. This little bullish candle right here, you'll see that the entry is a break of the high of that candle, and the stop would be underneath this low here. Now, that will be all taught to you next week, so don't stress on it. But look, this is the sort of thing I'm looking for, and that's what I'm looking for again. We're on the 1-hour time frame right here. Moving averages are in the correct order. Good convergence of our indicators there. A pullback now into this region and a small bullish candle, very similar to what we saw here, is what will get me trading on Bitcoin this evening. Now, it's not there yet. The half hour is also fine with a higher low here and a higher high. If it can pull back and give me that little bullish candle, then Bitcoin for me is definitely one that I'll be putting on my radar. So what I'm going to do right now, have your notepad and paper with you. I'm going to write BTC, and I'm going to write 30/60. So that's just telling me as a heads up to keep an eye on those time frames. Okay, from Bitcoin, we're going to move into Ethereum. And there's not as many good trends out there as what we have on Bitcoin when it comes to the daily. Of course, Ethereum's had a nice day. Let's not beat around the bush. It's a bullish candle, but we just didn't see. We saw that pullback here. It has moved, but it's not anywhere near like what we saw on Bitcoin today, with Bitcoin's dominance really increasing in a very, very large way. I will say this: there is some resistance running right through here. Okay, let's see if I can change that to make it. How do I set that now as default? Okay, format. If I can't work this out quickly, then I won't bother. Back to that. Right. Anyway, I'll just keep going as it is. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. But you can see here, we do have two tests of resistance up here. Look, Ethereum's got to get through 400 to get us all pumping again. Bitcoin's got through 12,000. Ethereum needs to get through 400. Now, that doesn't mean there's not opportunity on the lower time frames. We'll assess the trend here. But I can tell you now that that's not good enough for me, not when we've got some better markets moving out there at the moment. We'll start here again at the daily. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but that doesn't fill me with much confidence, to be fair. It might be a new listing or something. Nothing here again. I just don't have a clear enough trend. And if I don't have it clear, I just move straight past it, guys. There's no need to worry about, looking at anything else. Daily. Uni, bit of a downtrend, not the cleanest though. Bitcoin's still the best looking chart out there this far. And look, you can look at this low to this low. We are actually divergent there. So another one that I will go past and say, you know what, you're not quite there. Let's jump up now and have a look at BCH. Again, a very strong bullish candle. That was a beautiful pullback in there. This is too big for me right now. Let's look at the 1 hour. Again, it's just gone straight up in the air. I need to see better cyclicity. And when I say cyclicity, I mean like, a better trend there for me to be able to work. Now, OKB, this is a very horrible looking chart. There is no real strong direction. So another one I can get rid of straight away. And I'm just focusing on doing the same thing time and time again. Nothing complicated about it. It's a process of repetition. I don't even know what this is. What is this? What does fill 6 mean? Does anyone know? And look, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, for the way that I trade, I just don't care. Oh, Filecoin, gotcha. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the beauties of how I look at the markets, is that, I'd trade your grandmother's curtains if there was enough liquidity, right? It doesn't really matter. A chart's a chart. It makes no difference to me at all. And what we have right here, it's a little bit spiky. 8 hour. Yeah, look, there is a 1 hour trend, but with these spikes like this at the moment, to me, it doesn't quite give me the characteristics that I need to be able to really attack the market better. When we look at the 8, look at the 1, and we look at the 8, the 1 hour, we're looking at this through here, right? That's our trend. But look at this 8, it's just a little bit too much for me. It's not really got a good trend, and I'd rather focus my attention on some of the better trending markets out there. Link, what do we got here? All right, we rejected $10. I don't think this is going to look much chop either. No, it's gone straight up, so I'll leave Link. And this is one thing that we need to understand as well, guys. It's that's too thin to go on the 1 hour. And look at this. No, again, very sideways for Tron. It's kind of lost its way a little bit. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just looking for the better options. I'm not interested in something that's average. At the end of the day, like I've said before, this is my money that I'm trading. I'm going to leave yield farming, whatever it's called. It's my money, right? So I need not trade if I don't find exactly what I want. You got to have that mentality. You got to have that process where you just go, look, I don't care. If it's good, I'll take it. If it's not, I won't. And there's no need to force trades. There will be more trades. There will be better trades. It's about waiting for the best to come up. And sushi, I'm not interested. Oops, we just looked at that. Oh, this is the yeah, no, saying this before. Where am I? Dot. Is anyone feeling that same vibe like 2017 if you're around? That strong vibe of bullishness. Question. Learning as I go. It's my first year studying crypto, so I'm learning from experience as I go. Better later than never. I couldn't agree more. Because Bitcoin dropped drastically the other day and I got scared, so I pulled out, and today happened. Yes, that's right. And look, I get it. I really do. We all, have those lessons. We've just got to wait for opportunity. And look, I'll tell you one thing. Crypto is extraordinarily volatile, and that's why I'm here. Okay, the reason that I don't trade the other markets anymore is I just believe that this market's got so much more to give. It does require patience, though. It does require patience. It does require mental toughness, and that comes with time. But having rules around when you trade, when you don't, rules around your checklist, rules around your risk, rules around your routines. You'll notice that everything I've done so far through the first two series, sorry, first two parts of the series, it's all structured. That's what you've got to be. Yeah, the vibe is Bitcoin's strength and altcoins down. In 2007, you would see Bitcoin kind of run away. It would go and just take off, and the other alts would eventually follow. But it was kind of like a seesaw. You'd see money flow into Bitcoin as as we're seeing like today. People are selling their alts and they're moving back into Bitcoin because they're going, oh, Bitcoin's moving, wanting back in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin hadn't moved for a long time. So I think a lot of people have been a little bit caught out in the sense that they might not have as much Bitcoin as they would like right now because it's sitting in alts, and the alts are getting a little bit of a pounding at the moment. Binance right here. If I had a 2-day chart, it's right in that sweet spot here. If you do have a 2-day chart, keep an eye on that tomorrow morning. See how that closes. Right now, the 8-hour is actually, in fact, a downtrend. The 1 hour is not worth it right now. I'm going to leave it. Another question, right? That's why I like your courses. They're straight they're straight, no chaser. Helps ease the worries and learning when to hodl. Yes. Well, that's it. I mean, the idea is look with anything, guys. It's going to be a much shorter and easier journey if you do work with people that know what they're doing. Yeah, and I'm glad that I can do this with you guys. All right, BSV. Oh, look at that. I mean, yuck. No, I'm not interested in that at all. EOS has been pretty slow too, right? It's been pretty average. This is our daily chart. Look at how strained it is to do anything. I mean, look at the year. I mean, apart from the big fall at the start of the year, I mean, where do we start the year? Somewhere over here. So we're literally where we started the year, but we went all the way up to 550, all the way down to 150, and now we're sitting at 250. But look at how it's traded. It's been very, very ugly, and I won't put up with that. I don't need to. I don't want to. I wait for good trends, and I got the feeling. Well, I don't have a feeling. I'm looking at the charts, and they are starting to look a little bit stronger. Bitcoin obviously leading that pack in a big way. Zcash, if we look at this 1 hour, it's probably straight up in the air. Yep, straight back up. So again, and the good thing about Bitcoin being the Mac Daddy right now is that it's got plenty of liquidity. So we know we can trade it pretty comfortably, That might look good in a 2 hour. Unfortunately, we don't have a 2 hour here. I'm going to leave Atom and go CRV. Don't know what that is either. Don't really care. We've got a downtrend. Let's hit that 8. All right, this is going to, we're a little bit divergent there. A little bit, look, I'll tell you what, this is the depending on whereabouts you are in the world, this is one that I might check later, like probably for me tomorrow morning. We're looking at the 8 hour here. I'm going to put CRV in. I'm going to go -8H. So I'm looking at the 8 hour, as it shows there, the 480 minute. Not ready yet. Where did I go here? Litecoin. Let's have a look at that. Had a good pop yesterday, I believe. Is that right? Oh, no, it's today. There you go. A big move today. Again, looks straight up in the air. Waiting for those pullbacks. A little bit gappy through here. So another one that, look, it doesn't really fit what we're after 100% there. Jesus. 8 hour, this could look good. Oh, this is good. This is good. Look, lower high, lower low. If we can get back up into here in this cradle zone, a little bit of support down there, but plenty of room. I'm going to put TZOS in again on the 8, XTZ -8H. So that's in my watch list too. rolling out. Let's look at that on the daily quickly. Yeah, there's that lower high, lower low. It's been really struggling of late. I mean, this is against Tether too, by the way. It's, we're not like we're Bitcoin's dominating and throwing it to the floor. This is just struggling. And that's fine. We can trade off of that. Where am I? AMPL. Big move there. Here's our daily. Now you'll see where this is, right? We went racing up, big moves, pulled back in. That's a big candle. So remember on Monday when I said, if it's not big, it's small. That is in fact a big candle. I would not trade that particular candle on the daily. Sitting bang on the nose at $1. Let's have a look at how we look here. Nothing there. And what have we got here? Little bit not quite how I want it. Ontology. You know what I'm just pumped about? I'm just hanging out, waiting to trade Bitcoin. I'm just waiting for that pullback. I'm not positioned. I was working when the trade was there. I think I was interviewing or something like that, and my members got in on the Slack group. I just didn't. So bother, but that's okay. I know there'll be another one. Ontology, not quite cutting it. Now, what you'll find eventually is all of these will trend. If we do go on a bull run, it won't just be Bitcoin that's moving higher. The rest of the market will follow as well. And there will be weeks where we do this, where we're just going to go, holy geez, there is so many to watch, so many to trade from, so many to look at. At the moment, we're still waiting for that time. At least we got Bitcoin that's looking fantastic and a couple more at the moment. Not touching that at the moment, XRP. It's still caught in the middle. Higher low here, higher low. Really need to break up, see a break up through 26 cents there on XRP, really to get me interested there. Where did I get to? There. Near or far? Not enough data there for me there yet, guys. It's only been listed recently. There's just not enough information for me to really sink my teeth into that. So that carries more risk just because I can't see it well enough just yet. That is a pretty ugly chart as well. This is Ethereum Classic. It is a bit all over the shop, a big move higher today, a few percent there, but not much as far as tradable conditions go. This daily, again, look at this. This is what I want to point this out. When I say that we're looking for good, clean, smooth charts, this is a great example of what is not a clean, smooth chart. Look at it. It's all over the place. You try and trade that, you're going to have a bad experience. It's just not quite good enough. I don't want you to have a bad experience. You don't need a bad experience. We're just going to work through. This is a great trend. Oh my goodness. See, this is what we're looking for. See how it's been trending really nicely? In, out, back in. Look, bearish candle right there. You might have taken that. You might have got stopped out. But then it set up again. And the rule is, you'll see next week, if it does set up again, well, it's another trade. And that one would have played out quite nicely. Currently, your stop would be down here. You'd be locking in profit. And you'd be happy little Vegemite. Comp USDT, again, 8 hour. I want to see it pull up into this $100 mark, round number, good convergence, bearish candle there. This is one of the better charts. Comp 8H, it's on my list. We're building a little bit of a list. It's not massive, not yet, but we're getting one. We've got 4, that's all right. Remember, we're focusing on what the best opportunities are. AVAX, not enough clarity in that trend for me. Dash. Oh, look, it's a little, I don't like that. There's not much to work with there. It's not trending very well there at all. Algo. What on earth? There we go, righto. Lower low here. There is convergence. It's a little bit thin though. I think I'll pass on algo. Where did I get to? Algo, where are you? Okay, BTM. Another average chart. It really is as simple as this, guys. It's not good, you move on. There is no need at all to waste any time on a chart that doesn't fit. Look at this for a beautiful trend, hey? Absolutely magnificent. Not much we can do just yet because it did pull back. It's a little bit thin there at the moment. That will change very quickly. We're going to move on to the next one. Doge. Doge has been sideways. I know that for a fact, and you'll see it right here. Nothing happening. So because of that, yeah, kick it to the curb. Trading doesn't need to take up a huge amount of your time. You just need to know what you're looking for. SRM is in a downtrend. Look at this, lower high, lower low, pull back in. Don't like the spike, but it is rolling. Let's have a look on the 8. Again, a little bit thin. That's okay. There's nothing there for us now anyway. OMG. Ooh, SXP's up 10%. That'll be interesting to see next. OMG on the daily, again, caught up. First thing I'm looking for is a nice, clean daily trend. Why? Because in this chop at the moment, throughout, sorry, when I say this chop, I mean on OMG, it makes it much less probable if you're trading within those conditions. So for me, it's about getting ourselves away from those conditions and focusing on where we're seeing good opportunity. SXP. Oh, I see. It's up 10% because, yeah, it's a low value and low, not interested there. It's no trend there, no trend at all. Pearl. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. It's not got that structure that I'm after. Yeah. Band, what have you been doing? Going down, Band, hasn't it? Had a really strong run at the start of the year, which is probably around when it was listed. Sorry, not the start of the year. I think it was through August. Now it's very sideways, flat. I'm not interested there either. Now you might be thinking, hang on, you're teaching us how to trade, but there's not that much to work with. I can't trade that. There's not enough going on. But that's the idea. I mean, one thing you've got to understand is that trading is not about just pressing the button all the time. Not enough volume there for me to consider. Okay. What it's about is about knowing when to be involved and when to stay out. Now, these index futures, they're quite new, and therefore we're lacking a little bit of liquidity. Look through here. When there's a lot of liquidity, we can trade it. At the moment, and this is not just on Gate, there's not a great deal of liquidity there, so we'll skip on past that and we'll see what we've got with the alt perp. No, again, not much to work with right there. And because they're all zero, I can see, I don't think this contract's actually open at the moment. And I think the last one there will also be the same. Let's go and have a look at gold. Nothing. See how it's got no movement? It might be that these are coming because it's not going to have very much going on here. Look, yeah, see? So what I want to do is I want to go back. I want to flip back through. By far, the chart that has my attention is Bitcoin. Strongest chart out there right now. Really, really, really good trend. Yes, this is looking fantastic. This is where I am focusing my attention this afternoon into the evening. We're looking at a 1 hour time frame here. And if we can get into this region, I mean, it's got every characteristic that I need. Everything's trending from the weekly to the daily to the 8 to the 1. They're all trending. A pullback in, now that could be the 1 hour, that could be the 30. And like I said, you know that it's Bitcoin, so it's going to have the most liquidity. It looks fantastic. Oh, I just hope it pulls back into that 12.1 or 12,000. That's what I'm waiting for my opportunity. CRV was the next one, so we'll just go over this again. Where is it? There it is. We're looking at the daily here, I think. It was the 8. Yeah, it was the 8. Yes, it's got to pull back up into here again. Look at this beautiful trend. This is what I'm after. So down she goes. Perfect pullback, bearish candle in a downtrend with convergence in the cradle zone. That is a profitable trade. I want to see it pull back up. I want to see it do it with convergence, and then I want to take the next one. CRV Tezos XTZ. Okie doke. Yes, Tezos. As much as I don't love it for the sort of the daily look, it is a little bit stuck here, but there is clearly a lower high. It has had 2 candles up, only just, I shouldn't say clearly, it's just a lower high. There is a lower low, and it becomes much more pronounced here on the 8. So if it gets up into 215, it's going to take some time to get there, obviously. It's probably going to be one for later on in the day or night or tomorrow morning, depending on where you are in the world. But I am certainly keeping a close eye on Tezos. And the last one to round that out is Comp, and it is one of the ones that I really am hunting for a short, and the reason is that it is trending very, very nicely at the moment. Okay, so again on this 8, a pullback in. Look, a couple of things to mention. Round number right there, and somewhat somewhat of some support running through there as well. So that's the list that I've got. Now I'm just going to go ahead and look at margin for just a second. We do have a slightly different list. Sorry, we don't have a slightly different list. It's just not perpetuals. You can trade in your margin list, and sometimes, I mean, the one thing that we've got here that is a benefit with margins, we've actually got the 4-hour time frame in here. So if you're in the perpetual list and you want to see what the 4-hour looks like, I don't know why they don't have it in the perpetual list, to be honest with you, but the way that I'm doing it, let me just get that out of the way so the chart gets a bit bigger. And can I make it bigger here? No, I can't get rid of that bit, but I can blow it up, right? Larger. There we go. That's what I want. So looking at this here, you know, I'll get rid of that. I haven't got my MACD in here. To do that is quite straightforward. MACD, and I don't know why I've got the wrong colors in there. And what I'm going to do is this, just to show you how I set these up. Come into here. The style, I don't need the signal line. I don't need the histogram. That's all I need. Less is more. I'm actually going to change the colors of my moving averages because I don't want them like that. What did I have? I had black and I had blue, right? Oh no, pink, purpley pink, whatever that is. There we go, better. Because what I can do now is, you know, let's say, what did I say? Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll look at Bitcoin. Here it is. I got the 4-hour now. So I can see the 4-hour. We didn't have that before. What was the other one? It was comp. Why have they got comp in here as well? A few more options in here. Goodbye. So this is just the account that I've got for running you guys through this stuff. But a few other different ones in here as well. You can see the leverage is 3 times there and whatnot. Now let's have a look at the gate token itself. 50 cents. So this is a nice looking trend. Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought this was a daily. Let's have a look at that daily. Yeah, it's coming back up, but the 4-hour does have that higher low. The 1-hour, let's have a look. That could be good. And what I'm looking at here is some old resistance. Now, it's not an amazing level. I will say that it's not a super epic level, but there's a little bit of something going through here. So my level would be somewhere in and around here in that cradle zone. All right. I don't know why the colors didn't just save. It usually does. Anyway, I pull back into here. I'm going to write GT as well. Yeah, it's GT. And I'm looking at the 1-hour there, aren't I? Yes, 1H. What else didn't we see? We saw Link, we saw Atom. What is this one? Okay, that looks a bit scrappy. Don't like that. Just seeing if there's anything else that we missed here that I might be able to add to the list. Nope, that's too scrappy. Same thing, just keeping it real nice and simple. We looked at these, looked at that. Do we look at Cardano? I don't think we did. No, it's not really. I mean, look at this on the daily. I mean, yes, it's back in there. It needs to do more for me. At this stage, I'm looking for daily trends. Ooh. Tell you what, we break down through there. It's not done it though. It's got to get down. It's got to break through, and then we might have something to work with. Nope, not good enough there either. So let's keep looking. I'm really having a good scratch around. I want to see that we're not leaving anything on the table here. No, I don't like that chart structure either. Eternity. All right. Again, not the chart structure that I'm after. Needs to do better than that. See, we've got plenty of options, right? Plenty of options. It's just about trying to find something that will just find the list that we're going to focus on, really. You know, and what I do when I make these lists is I'll keep this list for the rest of the day. So I don't have to keep on going back through it all. You just do it once. Let's have a look here. Oh, that's a nice downtrend. Let's see if we can carry that through. That's looking quite nice, as a matter of fact. 10 cents down here. What's the 4 look like? Oh, okay. OM's going in the list as well. OM, and that is the, what have I got here? 4/8 hour. They're the two that I'm looking at there on OM, 4 and 8, and the last two are Bluesell and Lamb. This has not got enough volume for me. It's a little bit gappy. See these gaps? It just means that adds more risk. Why? Look, the why doesn't really matter, but it means that if I've got a stop and it jumps above my stop, then I won't get filled to the level that I have my stop loss in. As I say, that then adds more risk. Same here on Lamb. There's not enough there. What's this one down the bottom here? I can't see it. AVAX. Oh, we looked at AVAX, didn't we? Okay, so we've just added by going through that GT, which is the gate token, that's a long, and OM, which is a potential short. Again, like I said, it does pay to come along and have a look at your margin trading list as well, just simply because what it does, it just means that you get an extra time frame and things look a little bit clearer. So don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, I think you've already done this bit, but again, I'll share that link once more for those of you that joined late. This is where you can see part 1 and part 2 again as the recordings. I've got the recordings in there so you guys can watch it as many times as you need to. And if you've only just recently registered, then make sure you watch these two. There's 4 hours of content right there. Next week on Monday, we'll be going through and taking you through the entire strategy checklists, and you'll learn how to do it. You'll be doing it yourself after that. Off you go. So guys, I hope you're well. Make sure you call your mates, check that they're okay, and if you're not, make sure you go ask for some help. Been a tough year, I understand. Yeah, just be good to yourself and the people around you, and let's keep a very close eye on Bitcoin for the next 24 hours and into whilst ever this trend stays strong. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Bye for now.